After 10 short films on YouTube, I finally feel comfortable making this video. So let's get started. Filming yourself, especially as an introvert, is an art form that requires both technical skills and personal resilience. By far the most common question I get on the channel is, what camera do you use and how do you film your shots? And while the question seems straightforward, it's actually a mixture of the right gear, careful planning, and personally, a little bit of self-confidence. The core of my setup revolves around my Canon R50, a budget-friendly camera that's surprisingly powerful, especially for someone like me who films, edits, and uploads everything in 4K on DaVinci Resolve. This small yet mighty camera is under $1,000 and I don't intend on upgrading anytime soon. Me and this guy have history and we've seen the world together. However, I feel like the magic behind my videos comes from the lenses I use. And the first one I want to talk about is my 10-22 Canon ultra-wide lens. It's incredibly versatile and captures some crazy perspectives. 10mm is very wide. Whether I'm trying to show a vast landscape or tight indoor space, this lens develops the immersive feel that I want to create. Then there's my main lens that I use about 90% of the time, and it's my Sigma 18-35 f1.8. And I love this lens. The bokeh on this lens is breathtaking and has transformed the way my videos look and feel. You may notice that these lenses are kinda old. I think my Sigma was released in 2013 and my Canon ultra-wide was released in 2005. I just kinda like the soft filmic look they give, because newer digital cameras nowadays are a little bit too sharp and not really the kind of look I'm going for. Let's talk about lighting. Now, lighting is a crucial part of my filmmaking because I often shoot alone. At home, I rely on practical lighting, small RGB lights, and recently an RGB spotlight that lets me shape the light to my liking. When I'm outdoors, however, I'm at the mercy of natural elements. Overcast skies, harsh sunlight, or even unexpected rain. Anything can happen, so always check your weather app. But above it all, one of my main core beliefs as an amateur filmmaker is that it's not about the tools, it's about the person handling the tools. And here's something you might find interesting. The talking videos of me since the start of the video have been filmed on my iPhone, because I only have one main camera and it's right here. With your own personal creative flair and inspirations, like my love for film and nostalgia, trust me, you can create anything you put your mind to. You can have the best equipment in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, it's kind of useless. Sometimes I find that working what you have, embracing what you have, is far more rewarding than chasing the latest and greatest tech. Alright, back to my main camera because my iPhone is losing storage. Anyway, the technical side of filming matters. The gear, all of it. But without storytelling, it all falls flat. I've found that following a 3-act structure helps guide my videos. It's a habit I picked up in school and one I carry with me today. It gives my content a clear beginning, middle, and end. But honestly, when it comes to writing, as cheesy as it sounds, I just write from the heart. After writing my script, I start the filming process. I like to capture 3 kinds of shots when I'm building a scene. First are my establishing shots. These shots would normally show you where I am and the place I'm at. Second are my action or exploration shots. These shots would show you me interacting with the world and just walking around mostly. Sometimes I talk during these shots, and oftentimes I just let the visuals speak for themselves. And finally, I have detail shots, and these are by far my favorite. These are the moments where I capture the details of a place or object, aiming to get sounds and textures from my surroundings, in which I use my little mic over here It's my theApolloAlien mic that you see a lot in my videos, and it's super reliable, super tiny, and can't live without it. I use it to capture not just my voice, but the sounds around me for ambiance. Incorporating sound in my videos has been one of my favorite ways to tie my scenes together. For example, if I'm transitioning to a beach scene, I'll introduce crashing waves before I cut to the visuals. Or, if I'm about to go to the park, I'll add in the sound of birds and crickets in the mix. These subtle transitions give my work a sense of flow and cohesion, and also hint at what's to come. Being an introvert and filming yourself, especially in public spaces, presents its own set of challenges. When I went to Korea, I often found myself setting up my camera and tripod in public, hoping nobody would notice or care. There were moments of self-consciousness, of course, but I pushed through because I wanted to tell my story. As long as you have the drive to do it, filming alone is possible. That being said, having a friend to help you along the way can make the process much more enjoyable. On the occasions I do have help, everything flows better, and there's a shared excitement that makes the entire experience much more fun. Don't get caught up about the gear or the perfection of the process. Filmmaking, like any art, is about expression, and the most meaningful kind of work is the one that comes from the heart. You don't need a fancy camera or expensive lenses to tell your story. Use what you have and make it count. Even if you're shy or reserved, like me, remember, your perspective is your greatest strength, and it's worth sharing with the world.